Yo, 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 good people. Welcome to the HerbMan Show. Yo, 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 good people. It's your homie HerbMan, and you back upside the head with another hot banger boogie. Hey, look, go tell somebody your homie HerbMan is on. And if you're new to the program, welcome. Go ahead and hit that logo right at the bottom of your screen. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you never miss what we're bringing to the world. All right. So, hey, look, man, I appreciate all of you guys. It is free to like, share, and subscribe. It is your way of letting every man know you appreciate the information. All right. And so, again, thank you to all 600 or so of my followers and my friends and my subscribers, my family, the HerbMan Inc. family, however you want to say it. We appreciate all the love, man. And so what I want to talk to you guys today about is just something very simple. When we're talking about that 4 element system, you guys, it works, man. It really, really, really works because we're utilizing the primordial elements. Okay, these are the first elements of life. So you can kind of get down into the weeds of things and get more specific, but just using these particular format can really be accurate and effective. And I know a lot of us may not believe in astrology. We may not believe in this type of science or this type of mathematics. But again, I'm just here to tell you that the stuff works. You know what I mean? And you can go and get this information from anybody. You don't have to pay for it. Some places you may do have to pay for it. It's all about how much information you actually want. There's some free information, but it's going to be very, very broad. Okay, it's not going to necessarily be talking specifically to you. But if you sometimes there are people you have to pay to get a little bit more specific, and so I'm no different than that. If you really want to get real specific, then you may have to pay for that information. But the effectiveness and the accuracy is going to be well worth it. Okay, because these primordial elements, man, again, you guys, they talk about every facet of life. Okay, they're talking about your mental, your physical, your emotional and spiritual life. They're talking about your physical activities that you may do throughout the day. They're talking about stuff that you may not be doing, as far as how our body should be eliminating the waste and the waste energy and the waste products in our bodies. There is a way of elimination. It also tells us what we need to eat and what are some of the herbs that we can take that are going to be beneficial to those areas of overactivity or underactivity. And that's really all we're looking for, is the excessive energy in particular areas. Remember, we're just trying to balance you back out. All right. And so you have 4 areas of life that are going to be needing these things. Now, these 4 areas of life is not so compartmentalized that we don't understand that we still all of one being. So I don't want us to be thinking that I'm separate. My water element is separate from my earth, is separate. It really all is one thing, and our body does a very good job at compensating for what is missing, so to make sure that homeostasis stays there. Okay, so now when the body goes into overcompensation, that's when you can start running into issues. So a big thing with overcompensation and physical activity, I always use the balance scale, right? So if you're very active in life, right, but you're not eating as much, you're not consuming as much, that's not a good thing. Okay, if you're over consuming and you're not physically active enough, that's going to be a bad thing as well. So we already understand the constitutions of what we're really actually looking for. So I can kind of identify whether you're a person that's on the go, you're running all the time, and you really just are not putting the right fuel in your body. Remember that malnutrition is not necessarily about being undernourished. It's just about really not having any vitamin and minerals in the food that you are eating. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to be undernourished or underweight to show malnutrition or to show some malnutrition deficiencies. Okay, so again, you could be a very on the go person. You exercise, you're doing all this stuff, you're always on the go, you're a leader, you're passionate about life, you're energetic, you're doing all this stuff, but you're not eating the right foods to keep that energy up. And what'll happen is that over excessiveness of burning the energy will cause issues. The same way overconsumption will cause issues. So we got to just figure out which side of the scale you on, and then bring you back to eating the right foods that will help you through your daily activities. So what is the first thing that we can do? If you say, hey, man, I hear you, bro, but I don't believe in this. I don't, just tell me something practical that a person could do to really help themselves. Well, basically, when you first get up in the morning, you guys, you already know what you're going to do for the day, for the most part. Now, there are going to be some surprises, or there are going to be some things that you just didn't factor in that may deter the day, okay? We leave room for that. But for the most part, we mostly get up and knowing whether I got to go to work or whether I'm not going to really be doing a whole lot today. When you make those understandings, when I get up in the morning and I realize I'm not going to do a whole lot today, then that automatically means I'm not going to eat a whole lot as well. Because I don't need to, I ain't going to be doing nothing. So that's one of the first things you can do. If you wake up in the morning, you know you're going to be on the go, you're going to be on the move. I'm not talking about getting to work and sitting down, but I'm talking about getting to work and really being active. Okay? Your day job has to be active. You got to be active, okay? When you're active, then you can start looking at fueling yourself to get you through those activities. So you may need to eat a little more because you're going to be doing more. If I'm doing more today, I eat more. If I ain't doing nothing, I ain't barely eating nothing, man. That's the simplest way that I could give you guys an understanding of what you need to do on your own reconnects, okay? But when it comes to really understanding your health, when it comes to really trying to identify problem areas, or when it comes to really trying to circumvent things that you may feel like you are, privy to or susceptible to, or having your genealogy or uh, your genes or your hereditary stuff like that, then yes, this is the kind of system that you want to have, so that you can just say, oh, okay, I see the holes in the road, and now I'm wise enough to know where I need to go and how I need to operate. You see what I'm saying? So that's one of the great things about it. It is a great preventative method that I don't think anybody could rival. Okay. And now when you're talking about actual issues that you have, I mean, medical astrology breaks it all the way down. So we can identify all the way to the point of what you're going through and why. If you have a whole lot of fire element, but specifically in Sagittarius, then we really need to start looking at maybe your hips, your thighs, your nerves, your eyes, right? Do you have sciatic problems? Will you wear glasses? Are you having vision issues? Right? Because you got all of this in Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is a fire sign, but more importantly, that fire element let me know you're running on high in this area. But then we could pinpoint it to know exactly what organ, what body system. Again, it's all in the 4 element healing system. Okay, I put your whole life, all your food in there, your family, everything goes in there. And then what happens is we can come out with a balanced life prescription. Okay, a balanced life prescription. If you're over excessive in certain areas, then elimination is going to be the key, right? Because you got to eliminate some of that stuff. You got to eliminate some of that excessiveness. If you're underactive in an area, then we need to nourish you, build you up, tone that particular area up as well. So you got one end, again, that's that whole thing of eliminating and toning and nourishing. Okay, eliminating and toning and nourishing. Excessiveness needs to be eliminated, and weaknesses need to be toned and strengthened. And so that's how we go through this thing, man. So again, you guys, the 4 elements, you really do need to understand them. I'm not the only cat that got this stuff or understand this stuff, but I am one of the only ones that is utilizing it primarily for medical reasons. I'm not a doctor. I'm not anything, but this stuff works. I've been helping my people with it. I want to help you, okay? So again, there's nothing too hard for nature. When your car break down, we always knew that the manufacturer is the best place to take your car because they built it. So when your body is breaking down, the best place to take it to is nature. Nature is your doctor, not me, not anybody else, not any pathic that they want to call themselves, allopathic, naturopathic, osteopathic. I don't care what you call yourself. You can't beat nature. And we need to start allowing you to understand that I'm just going to give you the prescription that nature wants you to have for your situation. Now, whether or not you do these things, it's solely on you. And I hear a lot of people say, "Well, man, your remedies are so, they're so simple. Don't let simplicity be your demise." Okay, simplicity is really what we need right now. Okay, because it is very simple, but that doesn't mean that it's easy. Because once you start implementing sweating, uh, start implementing daily bowel movements, start implementing drinking the right amount of water so that you could be urinating as frequent as you need to. When you start implementing that great diet that you need to make sure that your digestive system is all in and all of that type of stuff, and when you start implementing deep breathing techniques, you guys, that when you start implementing that throughout your day, so you got to think about it. I have to figure out some way to sweat. I got to figure out some way to get them deep breathing techniques in. Again, remember I told you physical activity could do both of those. All right. And then I got to figure out how to do the bowel movements and how to do the urination. Again, good diet and foods will do those for you. So again, that's all we're looking at, you guys. Like I stated when I first started this video, we're looking at physical activity and consumption. And we need to make sure that when you're in that scale stays like this. You don't overconsume without physical activity to balance that back out. And you don't overexert yourself without the right foods to balance you back out. Okay. And there is a system. I will say this again and again and again. There is a system that will get you balanced at every aspect of life. Not just the physical, not just the mental, not just the emotional, and not just the doggone whichever one I left off just then, but all of them. All of them. We're going to make sure that you're balanced in all four categories of life. We're going to make sure of that. And we can do that by simple, natural things that you got to do to your body to get that homeostasis back in order. And one of the biggest things that I am seeing is that we're all suffering from a lot of anxiety issues, a lot of OCD, a lot of ADHD, a lot of depression, a lot of suppression, and all this mental type of stuff. Remember that the mental is the fire. Okay, your mental life is also the fire element. Okay, your physical life is the earth element. Okay, your spiritual life is the air element, and your emotional life is the water element. Okay, and so when you're out here and you're spinning your wheels mentally, trying to get life together and get things going, it could burn you out. It could burn you out and have ramifications not just on the mental, but everything that's connected. Again, Sagittarius, we're talking about the eyes. Aries, we're talking about the brain. All these are fire elements. Okay, then Leo is the circulation, that's the heart, right? So all of that stuff can be dealt with if we understand it from the life perspective. Okay, here's a person that is using a excessive mental power, excessive physical power, right? So what's going to happen to that individual is they will burn out because you're using mental, you're using your physical, you're going to burn out your body. Your body is on its way down, and that's why you need that time out of deep breathing with the air element, going by the water and allowing that to calm you, allowing that to feel some of the voids again so that you can feel more fulfilled, more full about life instead of always in the rat race. So you're going to need this air and water because they bring the balance of the rigor mortis that you are exerting. And this is some of the things that the four elemental healing system can do for you guys. So I want you guys to understand that, man. I really didn't want to make a long video, but you know your homie, I always want to make it strong, man. So if you guys are dealing with issues and you want free, I'm going to say free. I'm only doing this for a short period of time, but I want my people in specifically, to try these things out. I'm only doing it for medical reasons, so don't call me asking about no money, your relationships. I don't know. I can tell you what's going on with your body, okay? If you guys want free health reading for the rest of this particular month here, leave comments down below, and once I get enough people that's saying, hey, I think it's a great idea, let's start to try to do it, we'll figure out which platform to do it on, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, and then we'll just come on live, man, and allow you guys to come on and just give me the spiel, give me your birth date, and let me do my job. You know what I'm saying? And you don't got to tell me nothing about what you're going through or what you got. I don't care nothing about that. Give me your birthday, time, location, and let me do my thug thizzle, and then we'll allow nature to give you the remedy and the life prescription to your situation, whether you're dealing with something or whether you just want that information to circumvent and be preventative for the rest of your days here on planet Earth. I think it's a great way to be able to do that. All right. So I love you guys, man. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Go tell somebody to go tell somebody your homie HerbMan was on. And until next time, love HerbMan. Yo, 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 good people. Welcome to the HerbMan Show.